Imagine moving into your dream home, only to discover that it's the site of an unthinkable crime and the setting for some of the most chilling paranormal events in history. Could you stay there, knowing what happened? This is the spine-tingling story of the Amityville Horror, a haunting that has captivated and divided millions of people for nearly 5 decades. Is it all real, or just a sensationalized tale? Today, we're going to uncover the true story behind the infamous haunted house at 112 Ocean Avenue. To start, 112 Ocean Avenue is a charming Dutch colonial home nestled in Amityville, Long Island, New York. It has features that any family would love: 5 bedrooms, a boathouse, a swimming pool, and a quaint neighborhood. But beneath its picturesque exterior lies a dark and harrowing history, one that begins with the DeFeo family in 1974. The DeFeo murders. On November 13, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald Butch DeFeo Jr. did the unthinkable. He murdered his parents and 4 siblings while they slept. The method? A .35 caliber rifle. The family, 6 people in total, were found lying face down in their beds. There was no sign of a struggle. No one in the neighborhood reported hearing gunshots, despite the rifle being loud enough to wake people. Butch himself calmly went to a bar later that night and claimed his family had been killed by someone else. However, under police questioning, his story unraveled. He eventually confessed to the murders, but his exact motives remain murky. Was it drug use? Financial problems? Insanity? He claimed he'd heard voices telling him to kill his family. Regardless of the motive, Butch DeFeo was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. But for the house on Ocean Avenue, this was just the beginning. The Lutz family moves in. Fast forward to December 1975. Just over a year after the horrific murders, the house went up for sale at a heavily discounted price, $80,000. Enter the Lutz family, George and Kathy, along with Kathy's 3 children from a previous marriage. Despite knowing the house's dark history, they decided to buy it, believing they could turn it into a fresh start, but little did they know. Their dream home would become a living nightmare. According to the Lutz family, supernatural events began almost immediately after they moved in. Strange noises, eerie voices, and unexplainable cold spots filled the house. Mysterious green slime oozed from the walls. A priest who came to bless the home was allegedly driven out by an unseen force, whispering the chilling words, "Get out." The Lutz family lasted just 28 days before they fled, leaving everything behind. The paranormal claims. What could possibly drive a family to abandon their belongings and their investment in under a month? George and Kathy Lutz reported a series of terrifying events that sounded straight out of a horror movie. Here are some of the most notorious claims. George reportedly woke up every morning at exactly 3:15 a.m., the approximate time of the DeFeo murders. Strange odors filled the house without any identifiable source. An infestation of flies took over the sewing room, despite it being winter. Green slime oozed down the walls and seeped through keyholes. Kathy claimed she was levitated in her bed. Their daughter, Missy, developed a creepy, imaginary friend named Jody, a demonic pig with glowing red eyes. George said he regularly heard disembodied voices and felt cold spots throughout the house. At times, he was inexplicably drawn to the boathouse, almost as if in a trance-like state. Crucifixes on the walls reportedly twisted themselves upside down. One of the most unsettling claims? George began taking on the behavior of Ronald DeFeo Jr. He became prone to violent outbursts and developed an eerie obsession with maintaining the home's fireplace. Fame and controversy. When the Lutz family fled the house, they shared their story with renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, famed for their work on cases like the Annabelle doll and the Perron family haunting. The Warrens claimed the house was haunted by a powerful demonic presence, a revelation that quickly fueled public interest. Their story exploded into the public spotlight in 1977 when Jay Anson's book, The Amityville Horror, was published. The book was later adapted into a blockbuster film in 1979, solidifying the house's place in pop culture. But with fame came skepticism. Critics, journalists, and even some of the Lutz's own associates began questioning their story. Was it all an elaborate hoax for money? Some pointed out inconsistencies in their claims, while others noted that no subsequent owners of the house ever reported anything remotely similar. So, was the Amityville Horror real, or just a chilling fabrication? Skepticism and counterclaims. Over the years, several arguments have been made against the supernatural claims surrounding the house. No evidence of green slime or twisting crucifixes. Investigators went through the house after the Lutz family left, but found no physical evidence of green slime, strange markings, or other paranormal phenomena. Confessed hoax? A lawyer who worked with the Lutzes later claimed they had fabricated the story over several bottles of wine. However, the Lutz family vehemently denied this, maintaining their honesty until their deaths. Subsequent owners reported nothing. The families that lived in the house after the Lutzes reported no hauntings or paranormal activity. This has fueled skepticism that the entire story was exaggerated or fabricated. Psychological explanation. Some researchers speculate that the Lutz family could have experienced a psychological phenomenon. Knowing the gruesome history of the house, it's possible that stress and suggestion created a shared experience, even if the events weren't truly paranormal. Legacy of the Amityville Horror. Despite the criticism, the Amityville Horror remains one of the most famous haunted house stories of all time. The house has become both a tourist attraction and a point of debate among believers and skeptics alike. Over the years, it has inspired countless books, documentaries, and over 10 films, adding layers to its legend. The house itself still exists, though it's been renovated and its address changed to deter curiosity seekers. But no amount of change can erase the chilling legacy tied to its infamous past. Is the Amityville Horror real? The big question remains. Was it real, or was it all a hoax? Ultimately, the answer lies in what you choose to believe. For some, the story is a harrowing cautionary tale about the power of belief. For others, it's a fascinating supernatural mystery that will never be fully explained. What do you think? Was the Amityville Horror a real haunting or a brilliantly crafted hoax? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into paranormal mysteries, true crime, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and remember, some houses hold more secrets than they reveal.